Welcome to our used 2008 VR1 329 SRV. Starting right in your back bumper here, if you just kind of reach in, pull that cap on out of there, inside of the back bumper you're going to find your sewer hose. Take note of those two ears and the adapter here, it's how they're hooking it up to your sewer system, and the hose itself, once fully extended, is about 20 feet long. Just keeping it stored in the bumper back here to help keep any sort of stench out of the unit, keep things that bit cleaner. That cap just presses back into place. In this corner, as well as each corner of the trailer, you're going to find a stabilizer jack. All they do is they run down, contact the ground, give it another turn or so just to firm it up, and that'll get rid of any sort of bounce or sway that you see out in the unit right now, just to keep things firm while you're out camping. Up from there, you get your short cord inlet, so you're just going to pop that cap open. Your short cord pulls right on out of there. You can see it's a standard 30 amp end there. Most campsites will have that. You can just plug straight on in, and you're good to go. We'd also provide you with a 15 amp adapter, so if you're looking to plug in at home to charge your batteries or run your fridge, you got the power to do so. This guy right here is just a little exhaust vent, so you've got the toy hauler in the back here, so you've got the little fresh air vent as well as the exhaust vent up top. Straight down from there, you're going to find your cable and satellite inlet. Coax cable plugs into there, fires up at your TV location. This compartment right beside it is your battery compartment. So you've got a key just like this little guy here. We can stick it on into there, open her up. There's your battery, all hooked up, ready to go. It is on the tray, so you just kind of pull up the back there, slide it on out, and get easy access to it. When you're done, just making sure it's in all the way, and then lock her back down. Kind of right underneath that, we've got your gray tank valve. Right, so you'd be pulling on that valve, allows the tank to drain itself out. Your sewer system's up in front of the axles here. This is where you're going to find your black valve. Open that black valve, as well allows the black tank to drain itself out. So what you'd be doing is you'd be taking this cap out of there. It's got the same ears on it that your sewer hose had. It'll attach the same way. We're just kind of pressing it in, turning it until it locks. You'll start with the black tank. Black tank is filtering your toilet. Of course, it's going to be your dirtiest water, so we want to dump that first. Once that's done, you can then go to the gray. Gray tank is going to be filled from your sinks as well as your shower. Typically cleaner water. We'll just dump that last to help keep that sewer system as clean as possible. A couple of more steps forward and get your freshwater inlet. So on the left side there, your water hose will stick into there. Turn on the water and that'll fill up your freshwater tank. You know that tank is full once it starts spitting water out of that vent there. Beside it is your city water connection. Same water hose will plug into there. Turn on the water and that pressurizes the lines throughout the unit. This right here is a propane compartment. So as you open it up, you get this little T-latch, kind of holds it open for you. Inside of here, you're going to find your two propane tanks as well as your changeover. So you can see we're currently green, pointing over to this tank. So it's just letting us know we've got propane and we're running on this tank right now. If it were to go red while you've got this tank open, it's just letting you know you no longer have any propane in there. At that point, you just flip over, run off of this tank while you get the other one filled. So into the front of the unit, you get your standard tongue jack, one way's up, other way's down. You are also set up for the weight distribution hitch, which is stored right inside of this compartment here. So you can see previous owner did leave that hitch for you, so we've decided to pass that straight on. You're also going to find your water hose in here. Inside of there, you're also going to find your park adapter, so your 30 amp cord into there, 15 amp to a standard household outlet if you're looking to charge your batteries or run your fridge while you're at home. On this side of the unit here, you're going to find your manual awning. So you have these little locks there. You're just going to push those in together, push the arm back. Same thing back there, all good. And then you will have a little rod. I'll just grab mine here real quick. You'll have a rod just like this guy here. You're going to take that slider and you're going to push it in. Right? And then we're going to come and grab this strap right here. And then you'll be pulling down. Pull that awning all the way out. Right. Once you have it down, you can hear that ratchet kind of sets it into place. Once you have it out all the way, you would then be able to take this handle on the outside here, you pull that up, and then you can extend or retract your arms and just kind of set up the awning how you like it. You've also got these little knobs there, so of course once you've got it all set up, you want those tightened down just to kind of prevent that movement. Once you're done, that little tab right there, we're just going to flip that back around. Then the awning will make its way back in. You kind of want to guide it on its way back in, just because it does kind of slam. Right. And then once you have it in, we can take our arms, pull them in together, and that'll just be your travel latches, prevent them from kicking out while you're out traveling. And for your steps here, you just grab that bottom bar, pull it straight on out, flip that last step over. There you have it. Little T-latch into your door, just holds it open for you. We'll open that up once we get inside. Hot water tank here, you just take that keyway and line it up, and you can pop it on open. Your controls for turning it on with propane are just inside the unit. Turning it on with electricity is just a little switch down there. Before turning it on with either source though, you want to hit this relief valve right there. Make sure you're getting a bit of water coming out of there. If you're not getting any water out, there is a chance that it's empty and you do run the risk of burning out your elements. So you just want to make sure it's full before firing it up. Once you're done, just locking it back down with that keyway. G5 protected outlet right up above it. Up above that, we've got your stove vent. So 2 little ears on the sides there. You just fold those down. Then that flap there is allowed to move so that our fan inside can evacuate any fumes from our stove. Once we're done, just kind of locking it back down with those ears to prevent any dust from kicking up in there during travel. Fridge vent right here, nothing really there for you to worry about, pretty much just service. Down underneath it's the exhaust for your furnace. If you ever run your furnace, just make sure it's not blocked off. It does get hot. Exterior showers right in the back here. Same key is going to stick on into here and we can open her up. Hot and cold water, standard 3-foot hose with the standard head. So if you've got the dog out with you, you can spray him off where he goes inside. Once you're done, just tucking it back away and lock it back down again. And then right in the back here, you get your kind of garage door entrance. You're going to push on these handles and bring them down. You can slide them out. You do, of course, have the hole there, so if you want to lock them off, you can. We're just going to pull it back. Do keep in mind this is a heavy door. All right, bring it down all the way. Then this last piece would flip on over. It'll stand up on those little legs there. It gives you a nice angle of attack to get up inside. All right, coming up in here, your lights, just on their own center switches there. You get the little roof vent here. You just turn on that knob to open it up. All right, the bunk in the back space here, so you can see we've currently got it down. You can take it and bring it up. You get travel latches on either side. Of course, whenever you're traveling and have something loaded up in here, you want to make sure this guy's tied down on both sides. Then the bunk underneath it, same idea. You get the 2 little travel straps there. Right. Once you're done, of course, just fold them back up. Little storage space on this side here. Same thing down below. You get your power outlet in the back corner there. So this is that exhaust thing that I was telling you about, the little vent. You're just gripping it with your hand, and then you can kind of turn it. Just choosing where you like it, kind of helping to move that airflow. Little pull-up, little counter space there. Cable and satellite outlet, as well as a power outlet. Then this door here would just tie in, of course, to the rest of the unit. With your slide closed like that, you cannot kind of get through. If you had it open, then you kind of gives you that straight access right to the front. Once you're done, coming back on out, then we're going to pick up the foot here, hold it in on itself, then we're picking up the base and closing the door again. Right. And then in the back of the unit, you get your spare tire. Simple as that. So now we'll make our way in the main door here. Your assist handle, we're just going to grab that, send it up, and pop it in 90 degrees, just like that. We can open up the door and step inside. So first things first, when you come in here, you got your fire extinguisher right on the left. That's standard. Pull the pin, point, and shoot. And right beside it, we've got your power converter here. And pull that top open. You get all of your breakers in the center. Whenever a breaker breaks, it sits in the middle, so just turn it off and then back on to reset it. And all of your fuses are on the right side here. A little bit of storage up above that. Then up again, we got all your light switches down underneath here. So one on the left is going to do your outside scare light right in the back. One in the center does your porch light. And the one on the right does all of your interior lights. Again, just kind of open storage here. Beside all your light switches is your slide out switch. Press and hold the bottom of that and the slide will make its way out. Once that slide's fully extended, we're just going to hear some clicks from the motors letting us know they've reached their stall. Simple as that. So into the front bedroom here, your lights just on their own switches again. If you pick up the foot of your bed, you do get access to a little storage compartment. Emergency exit here, so you'd be pulling what would have been a red tab there to get rid of the screen. Take this handle here, throw it outside, hop on out. Open storage across the front, just kind of utilizing that V-nose of the unit. More storage over the head of the bed, as well as just that open closet space on the side there. TV backers up in the wall here, so you do have your outlets for it. So it's your antenna outlet, 12-volt outlet, 120-volt outlet. Turning your antenna on, just got that little button there, turns on that green light, letting you know it is turned on. Carbon monoxide alarm in here as well. There we go. It's going to go another couple times. So right on the other side from your bedroom wall, you've got your thermostat. So with that button or the switch on the left side there at center, that's it turned off. Bring it up to the top, that's it in cool. Fan speed, typically just going to leave that in auto unless you're looking to just move some air around. Then you can select your on and your high and low fan. Again, typically just going to leave that in auto. Temp selection on the right side there. With your air conditioner going, you got two different options. You can have this louver here closed, in which case we're using all of our ceiling ducting to move the air, or you can open it up and it just dumps all of its air into the living space here. So when you first get out to your campsite, you want that open, cool off this air as quickly as possible, then you can close it off and start moving the air throughout. Back to off, we'll turn everything off. Then if we go down to furnace, select your temperature, we'll turn on the furnace. Furnace is moving its air through all your flow registers. Once you're done with that, again, just turning it off, it'll turn itself off. It's going to run the fan just for a minute just to cool itself down. It's normal. Storage up top there, TV backer. And you do have the TV plate for it right there as well. So if you're to install a TV, you got your mounts for it. AV cables all hooked into the stereo for you. Stereo is very straightforward, very simple. In the slide out, get your lights there just on their own center switches. This light here has got its push button just on the side. Above the dinette, it's right in the front and center. And the same sort of center push button light there. You can see the dinette is currently set up as the dinette. If you're to take the table and wiggle it up and out of its legs, the legs will then wiggle out of their bases. There's a little ledge there that each side of the table will sit onto. You'll take your back cushions, fill in the middle, and that'll create your bed. You do also have the open storage underneath your two dinette seats there. And the couch does also have a pull-out storage underneath it as well. In the kitchen, get your storage right up top here. Down underneath is a little light. The sink covers are just soft plastic, so nothing hot on them. Hot and cold water at the sink, of course. Drawer space down the side here. And then storage front and center. So just being mindful of your drains and your water lines all in the back there. If you're looking to winterize the unit yourself, once it comes time, your water pump is straight in the back. Microwave, pretty standard, just like home. Underneath, you get your range vent with the light as well as your fan. So this is that fan that you want turned on with that flap outside opened up. For the stove, you're going to turn it over to light, hit it with the sparker. There you go, simple as that. Once you're done, just turn them all off. For the oven, we're going to open that up, grab a lighter, turn that knob on the right there over to pilot, and then right in the back of the oven here, get that pilot going. There you go. Once you have it going, you just hold that knob for another couple of seconds, then you can release and the flame will hold itself. Turn up to your desired temperature, and there she goes. Once you're done, turn it back down just to pilot. It'll hold just the pilot light for you, but if you're going traveling, you just want to make sure it's right off. In your fridge, power button on the left there, this button on the right running in auto. It's first looking for AC power. If AC power is taken away, it'll automatically flip over to gas. If you're out boondocking and you want it to run solely on gas, you're going to have this button come out over flush. It'll fire up just on gas. If that check light there were to come on, it's just letting you know it hasn't fired up. At that point, just off and back on to reset it. Your freezer up top and your fridge down below. Temp selection is just in the top right corner there. Underneath the fridge is the return air for your furnace. Just kind of making sure it's not blocked off. Right around the corner from your fridge is your monitor panel. So in the bottom right corner there, you have your water pump switch. You turn that on, turns on your water pump, drawing out of your fresh tank to pressurize your lines. Water heater on gas is right beside it. You turn that switch on, you get that red light there letting you know the ignition sequence will start. Once that sequence is started, that light will go out. It's going to try that 3 times. If after the third try it hasn't fired up, this light's going to come on and stay on. At that point, just off, back on to reset it. Monitor systems, the battery here, you can see we're currently C for charging. G would be good, F is fair, L is low. Your fresh tank, as you fill that up, will go to a third, 2/3 and full. Same idea for your black and your gray tanks. Into the bathroom here now. Light, again, just on its own switch there. Get your medicine cabinet, opens up from the left side there. GFI protected outlet over on the wall, test on the right, center, or test on the left. So if you ever have outlets that don't work, it's the first thing you should check. Toilet flips on open, you get your flusher on the right side, hot and cold water at the sink, of course, and a little bit of storage underneath it. The shower, all standard head and hose, stainless head actually, a bit of an upgrade. The roof vent right above us here, you can turn that knob to open it up. Back center, you get the switch to turn on the fan. And then you just have this storage space here. So just kind of open pantry, I guess if you want to call it. And then lastly is just that door coming into the back garage room. Okay. So that's about it in the unit. If you've got any other questions on it, please feel free to give us a call, 204-237-7272.